Good evening, YouTube. You guys are now watching another segment of TheCaliEffect. Today we're going to be doing the Little City deck profile. If you guys have not seen the Little City deck profile and want a more in-depth explanation, I have 5 videos all in the link below. And just go ahead and check it out. But let's get down to the deck profile. First, we're going to be running 3 Elemental Hero Neos Alias, the basic of the deck. Our main Gemini, he has just so many stupid combos with him. He's light, he gets under skill drain, he does a lot of things. Overall, just a really good card. Elemental Hero in the name, Warrior Gemini. Everything is going good for him, so we're going to be running 3 of him. Next, we're going to be doing 2 Beast King Barbaros. Now, Beast King Barbaros was in the first versions of the Elemental Hero deck. He was dropped, and then I decided to bring him back because Skill Drain is a very important card in this deck. Getting over everything that's Tier 2 and below. Your only problem with Tier 1 decks would be Dragon Rulers, but if you do bring out Beast King Barbaros under Skill Drain, it's a 3,000 beater, and Dragon Rulers tend to have a hard time dealing with 3,000 beaters or anything over 2,800 in main board. Their only out would be Star Eater. They could try to use an effect, but then again, you have Skill Drain on board, so it kind of defeats the purpose. Overall, just a really good card. Beast Warrior, level 8. It does a lot of good things for you. Next, we're going to be running 2 Card D. At first, I was reluctant to run this card, mainly because I couldn't find them. No, I'm just playing, but I was really reluctant, mainly especially because the last time I was playing Elemental Heroes, Stratos was out. So Card D seemed, just more of a win more card. But now it's almost necessary if you ask me, because you can always just set back row, summon Card D, and get those necessary key pieces you need to get your engine started or get your deck going. Skill Drain is extremely important, and this is one of the cards that get under Skill Drain. Just overall an amazing card. Next, 2 Crusader of Indymen. The biggest thing that you want to do with this deck is consistency. That is the biggest problem with the deck, and that's why Card D and Crusader of Indymen are in here. Crusader of Indymen is the next best Gemini you can get. He's a light monster, spellcaster, Gemini. Just overall a really good card. 1900 attack is still nothing to scuff at, and he gets that Gemini spark target that you really need that allows you to plus. Next, we're going to be running 1 Thunder King Ryo. Thunder King Ryo is Thunder King Ryo. It's a light monster, 1900. Kind of fits the description of both Crusader and Elemental Hero Neos Alias. Locks down your opponent from searching when not under Skill Drain. Under Skill Drain, it stops your opponent from Exceed summoning and Synchro summoning. Just really bringing out those problematic cards that would normally be hard for you to get over. Next is Honest. We run a lot of light monsters in here, and Honest really helps us take advantage of keeping our monsters on board, keeping our field present there. Just overall a really good card. And if you ever need it, it is a 1900 defense monster. Still nothing really to scuff at. And the last monster card we'll be running is Elemental Hero Captain Gold. This is Little City, and it wouldn't be much of a Little City without Elemental Hero Captain Gold. Being a 2100 beater with Skyscraper or Skill Drain is on the field, it's still really good. Light monster, warrior, really easily searchable and searches out your field spell card. Just pretty good. For spells, we're going to be running triple Miracle Fusion. Now, it's pretty obvious why you should be running Miracle Fusion. It opens up all of your fusion plays, getting out your Elemental Hero Shining or your Elemental Hero Gaia, because most of the monsters, all the rosters that I do run in main board are light or earth type monsters. Shining opens up so many good plays, but we'll talk about that when we get there. Next, we're going to be running triple Gemini Spark. I have 5 targets for Gemini Spark, so Gemini Spark is always live. It's a really good card, being able to tribute one of your monsters that will probably get destroyed anyways, destroy one of your opponent's card, and then draw a card. Just overall really good. If you ever have a problematic card on the field, Gemini Spark typically could be your answer in the form of a pseudo trap card. Next, we're going to be running triple E-Call. I apologize for not having the 3rd E-Call colored black. This deck, like I said, this deck was for last format. I just changed it to this format. But really good card overall. Just the Rhoda of the deck, searching any Elemental Hero monster from your deck to your hand. Next, triple Pot of Duality. We don't special summon that much, and like I said before, we need to get that consistency in our hand. We need that as fast as possible. Pot of Duality adds that next dimension of adding cards to our hand, just being able to get those key essential pieces to our hand. And then next, another one of our pseudo trap cards would be Super Polymerization. At the cost of 1 discard, I get to send 2 cards on the field to the graveyard and special summon the appropriate fusion material. This card's effect can't be negated because it will always be the last of the chain, since card effects cannot be activated in response to this card activation. Just overall an extremely good card. It gets you out of a lot of sticky situations, and even a discard really doesn't hurt that much. One Skyscraper. Skyscraper is a key aspect for this deck because if you guys haven't seen, besides Beast King Barbaros, the strongest monster I have in my deck is 2100. Giving that 2100 monster an extra boost of 1000 really puts it over the top, being able to get rid of almost any Synchro, Exceed, strong attack monster on the board. And Skyscraper really helps you get there. Keep in mind that it is a field spell card, so if you ever want to disrupt your opponent's field spell cards, play like Dragon Ravine or Gates of the Underworld or any of that other stuff, even Spellbook Tower, you just put Skyscraper right there and then it goes away. They don't get their effect. Just really good. Next, one Book of Moon. It's pretty obvious why we're running it. It's another pseudo trap of the deck. Just overall good for stopping Exceed, Synchros, flipping your opponent's monsters face down. Just so versatile as a card. Our 4th Reinforcements of Army will actually be Reinforcements of Army. Just adding any of those Elemental Heroes from our deck, we run a very low count. One Dark Hole. We want to field wipe or whatever. Now moving on to traps, we're going to be running triple Skill Drain. I want to see this card as early and often as possible, and that's why we're running it in 3s. None of our monsters are affected by Skill Drain whatsoever. Actually, they gain a benefit of being negated, especially Beast King Barbaros. And a lot of your opponent's monsters, you'll see them wanting to get off their effects. Skill Drain pretty much just stops that, and it says no to all that stuff. It forces them to play to your game, and since your monsters are on 1900 and over, you should be able to grind them down easily and just beat them down. Next, one Solemn Warning. It's pretty obvious. One Torrential Tribute. Again, obvious. One Bottomless Trap Hole. Obvious. 2 Deprison. Obvious. One compulsory evacuation device. Obvious. And then that one text copy of Vanity's Emptiness. I really don't want my opponent special summoning much, as you guys can see. And Vanity's Emptiness is crucial to stopping my opponent. I felt that one was enough since I do send a lot of cards to my graveyard. But on my opponent's turn, when they start just doing a whole bunch of crazy stuff, Vanity's Emptiness right there. Stop where you're at. Just overall, really good card. Now, for the extra deck, we're going to be running 2 Elemental Hero, the Shining. The main card of our Elemental Hero deck. When he's sent to the graveyard, we get to add 2 of the fusion monsters that were used for his fusion summon, since they were more likely special summoned through Miracle Fusion. Just overall, the engine of our deck, allowing us to keep our Elemental Heroes fresh and live and a constant stream of monsters in our hand. Even under Skill Drain, he's still a 2600 beater. And when Skill Drain is not on board, he could be potentially a very, very strong monster. I've seen him on average a 3200 beater, and at the highest, I think I've made him 4900. So it's just overall really good card. Elemental Hero Gaia. We run 5 Earth monsters in main board, even though we only run 1 Gaia. Gaia really gets there by reducing the opponent's monster's attack in half. Just really, really good. 2600 defense is still pretty dope. One Elemental Hero, Absolute Zero. We run no water monsters in main board, so I dropped Absolute Zero consequently down to 1, but still good against Mermails and Dragons when you want to get that field wipe on. Next, one Elemental Hero, Escuero. Just another situational card. Good for Super Polymerization, getting rid of your opponent's dark monsters and special summoning him in replace of it. One Great Tornado, same reason for Elemental Hero Escuero. Reducing all of your opponent's monsters' attack in half is really, really good. Next, we're going to be running Elemental Hero Nova Master. Same reason for Escuero and Tempest and all that other stuff. Just really a good card. If he ever does destroy my opponent's monsters by battle, he starts to generate advantage by plussing 1 and getting that extra draw that we need. Now, for Exceeds, I don't really summon these a lot, especially if Skill Drain's on the board. But when I do, it typically means something. So we're going to run 1 Gaga Cowboy, 1 Abyss Dweller, 1 Maestro, 1 Daigusto Emerald, and that's a pretty interesting reason why we run it. It's really just to get the Alias back or the Crusader of Endamian back for an extra Gemini Spark target. Overall, just a really good card. I haven't really used its second effect, or the effect to shuffle 3 to draw 1, but I feel that if it ever came in handy, it'd be a really good effect. 1 Diamond Direwolf, 1 Heroic Champion Excalibur, 1 number 50 Black Shippercorn, 1 Blade Armor Ninja, and no Utopia. Next, we're going to get down to the side deck. It's really geared against Dragon Rulers, Spellbooks, but you can really use it against almost any other deck in kind. First and foremost, we're going to run Triple Doom Caliber Knight. Now, Triple Doom Caliber Knight is specifically aimed at those decks that need their monsters on field. Cough, cough, Spellbooks. When they summon their little boy, they're forced to use this effect, and Doom Caliber necessarily gets rid of that effect. It really much stops them from going into their Masters plays, their Fates plays. It's really good to open up with. It stops the Blue Eyes Maiden trash thing that they do because it forces them to lose their monster. Consequently, you do lose your monster, but since your opponent side-dogged their effect Veilers, seeing that you play Little City, Doom Caliber is the perfect side-in because your opponent won't see it coming. It's just a really good card, 1900 beater, pretty good under skill drain, just an amazing card. Next, Triple Dueling Lockbird. Now, Triple Dueling Lock has multiple reasons. A lot of people have dropped it from their builds against Prophecy, but I use it more than just Prophecy. This deck utterly loses to Dark Worlds, and no matter how you put it, Elemental Heroes will always be losing to Dark Worlds. I don't know how it works, but it happens. Dueling Lock basically shuts down Dark Worlds in itself. It helps against the Spellbook matchup when they go Tower Effect, put the card, you drop the Dueling Lock, they can do nothing else. It's still a very, very good card, underrated. It's a win monster, a win target for Tempest, just a really good card. I really think you guys should not sleep on this card, even in this format since J-Day is going. It's still a really good card. Next, Triple Fasodala Pachycephalo. Dragon Rulers, what's up? That's really all it says. Special Summons, what's up? When it's flip face up, destroy your opponent's monsters. I rarely use that effect, especially if I open it with it turn 1, because I want to summon him and I want to stop all my opponent's effects. Against the Dragon Ruler matchup, you won't need skill drains anyway, so we go back to effects since they're not going to be siding in their skill drains. Our effects are free to roam wherever we want to. Next, the other 2 copies of Vanity's Emptiness, saying hi to Dragon Rulers. We really don't care about them doing anything else except for special summoning. We really want to stop that. And that's why the Triple Vanity's Emptiness is there. We really don't want them special summoning because all of their monsters are stronger than ours, and Skyscraper can't keep up with that type of damage that they do. Next, we're going to be running Triple Kaiser Kalazim. For the decks that want to spam a lot, we really want to control the board. And Kaiser Kalazim is an alternative if you don't have Vanity's Emptiness on board, or if you can't get Fasodala Pachycephalo, or if they really find some sneaky way to start summoning other monsters. It really keeps that one-on-one coverage that you have. And your Elemental Hero monsters have 1900 attack, really should be able to beat over your opponent's monsters. You want to keep it simple. And then last but not least, that last copy of Mystical Space Typhoon, you never know when you need it. Thank you guys for watching another segment of The Cali Effect. Please like, comment, subscribe, but most of all, enjoy.